said welcome to my lounge room. I just thought I would change it up a bit instead of always doing it in my music room slash study. So this is my you can partially see my lounge room. No, that's my lounge. Anyway, moving on. Today's video is my personal top 10 high-end products. So I've got a few. I've got makeup items, I've got hair, and I have a makeup brush. So I'm just going to get into it. I just want to say sorry about the lack of videos. I know I've been very absent on this channel, but if you didn't watch my holiday haul, then you probably wouldn't know that I am a coordinator for a massive dance competition which is happening in 2 weeks, and we have just been flat strap organising that, not even kidding you. So that has taken up most of my time, along with working and then keeping a happy house and a happy family. It's just a lot to deal with at the moment, so I apologise for the lack of videos, but that is the reason why. So these products are what you call high-end, more expensive, and I feel like they are worth what you pay. So first I'm going to start with probably my favourite face item at the moment, and that is my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I have the shade NW20 and I absolutely flipping love it. I got this bottle back in August last year. I use it every day, every time I do my makeup. Most of the time it's only under my eyes, which is what I have on today. And it's fantastic. It blends in beautifully. I use a beauty blender to blend it in perfect. Only takes a couple of seconds. It's a medium to full coverage. Really easy to work with. I love it a lot, and I've only got a little bit left. So next time I'm at a MAC counter, I'm going to have to pick up another bottle because it is definitely a staple for me. Here in Australia, we pay $33, $34, something like that. I can't quite remember, which is a lot for a concealer, but it's a darn good concealer, and you get 9 mils or 0.30 fluid ounces, and it really lasts a long time. So love this concealer. Next up, I have some palettes, and these are the Urban Decay Naked palettes. So I've got Naked 1, 2, and then 3. So Naked 1 looks like this, so it's quite warm and bronzy. Naked 2 is more on the cooler side of things. Some taupes, greys, a black. And then Naked 3, which is my personal favourite, is lovely pinks. Oh, so pretty. Okay, so when I was reviewing, swatching this particular Naked palette for my blog, and I was swatching the colours on my hand, I was just like, oh my stars, these are the best eyeshadows that I have ever swatched, ever used. They're so buttery and creamy. You get 12 shades in each palette, and they're a really good price. Like, I think it's around $51, $54 US dollars. You can't buy Urban Decay here in Australia, so you can get it from beautybay.com, which ships to Australia for free, except they charge like $80 something, which is a rip-off if you ask me. So I got my friend in America to buy me one and ship it over, and I paid her, and I just love, love, love this palette. It works on every skin tone. This is my favorite out of the 3. It works on every skin tone. It's perfect for brides. I did a trial with it for a bride last week, and she absolutely loved it. So that's what I'm going to be using on her on the weekend. So this next product is kind of a hate it or a love it product. That is the Benefit They're Real mascara. Now for me, I love it. A lot of girls say they don't like it because it makes their lashes look very spidery. It can do that if you build it up too much. If you play with it too much, it will get spidery. So you got to be careful about that. But it just has a fantastic formulation. Again, this is what I use on my clients, and obviously for sanitary purposes. You can't use the fantastic wand. I just use my disposable mascara wands. And sometimes the mascara, if you use a different wand than what comes with the mascara, it's not as good because the wand is what makes it a great mascara. But with this one, I use just a regular plain old bristle brush, and it's fantastic. It works so nicely, beautiful on the clients without using the actual brush. Some more eyeshadows that I have are my MAC palettes. I have 2 MAC palettes and I absolutely love them. MAC eyeshadows are probably, I would say, not as good as Urban Decay shadows, but they are more economical, financially economical. Meaning like you can buy them in the container, which is $33 Australian, or you can buy them in the pan, which is $26. So because you can only buy them in the pan from the website or at an actual MAC store, I practically never do, because we don't have a MAC store here in Queensland. We only have MAC counters, but I guess you can buy online, so that's fine. So this is what my first MAC palette looks like. I have a blog post where I talk all about my MAC palettes, and a video, and show you swatches of all the shades, so I'll list that below for you guys. That's my first one, and then this is my second one. They're just really convenient, especially when I'm doing makeup on people. What would be my favourite shadows? Okay, so we've got this one here, which is called Sable. It's like a pinky, bronzy brown shade. So nice and natural. Another one of my favorites is Antiqued right here, which is a nice shimmery warm ready bronze, which is so nice. I wore this one on the weekend over the top of Back to the Bronze Colour Tattoo by Maybelline, and that was so nice, so nice. Amber Lights is really nice as well. It's just a really nice, bright, pigmented gold. I really like Wedge to sculpt out my crease. Also, All That Glitters, which is a really nice shimmery nude. That's really nice all over the lid. It makes my skin look more tan, which is always nice. Really love Cranberry, beautiful cranberry shade. Mythology right next to it, which is a coppery pinky rose colour. Absolutely love my MAC palettes. A brush is next, and it's from Sigma. Now, I wouldn't call Sigma drugstore, I wouldn't call them high-end, because you can get a lot more expensive brushes than these, but they're definitely in the middle range, but I'm just going to include them anyway. This one is the F80 Kabuki brush. This is my holy grail foundation brush. It is just, it's amazing for foundation. It buffs in the foundation so nicely. It also does a good job of like hiding my pores, because I do have enlarged pores. It's pretty much the only brush I use for my foundation. I love it. It's I think it's around the $21 mark, I think, not quite sure. Next, I've got some OPI nail polish. Now, here in Australia, I consider OPI to be high-end, because for one bottle it is $20. Over in the States it's a lot cheaper, like $7, $8, and yeah, you could call that drugstore, but here in Australia it's high-end for me because you have to pay so much. So OPI is my favourite brand of nail polish. I think I've said that a million times on my channel already, so I've picked out a few of my favourite shades for you. So the first one I've got, which is my go-to professional mature looking colour, which is Pink-a-Doodle, which is just a beautiful light pink shade, and you can really only tell in the sun, but it has a subtle purple shimmer, really pretty. Another one that I love, like my favourite red, like Christmas red, beautiful red. This one is Big Apple Red, just a classic cream red nail polish, beautiful, applies so nicely, lasts a really long time, love it. And then a more recent addition to my collection is Casino Royale, which is kind of like Essie Bahama Mama, because I love the colour of Essie Bahama. Sorry, I got a dead foot. Ah, man, dead foot, not fun. I love the colour of Bahama Mama, but the brush is just terrible. I hate the brush. It goes on so streaky, and it's just like, ah, I ripped my hair out trying to apply Essie nail polish. So I wanted that same colour but in OPI, and Casino Royale is pretty much almost identical. It's a little bit more purple, whereas Bahama Mama is a bit more red. but it's gorgeous. I've got it on my toes at the moment. Absolutely love this shade. It's going to be great for autumn and winter. I've just been giving my nails a bit of a break for the past month. I think it's important to do that for your nails because, you know, it's not good to be wearing nail polish 24/7. They do need time to breathe and recover and that sort of thing. Let's be random and throw in a couple hair products. So, I have here by Organix, it's the Hydrating Macadamia Oil. I consider this high-end because this little bottle is about $25. Let's see, what is it? 100 mils. It does last a long time, but yeah, it is $25, which is quite expensive. I love this stuff when my hair is feeling very dry. So just about from here down, my hair gets very, very dry. And from here, my hair is very oily, so yeah, it's an annoying combination. But I like to apply this in my hair when I've washed it and it's still damp but towel dried. And I apply it in my hair from about here down, and it just makes my hair feel so nice. Also, if my hair is dry and it's just a bit frizzy on the ends, which it can do quite often, I just grab just a tiny little bit of this stuff and put it through my ends, and it just calms and smooths everything down. Also, if my fringe is having a super fluffy day, which it does, like the day after I wash my hair, it just gets so fluffy and just goes poof, and it's so annoying. I get just a tiny little bit of this, rub it between my fingers, and then just put it through my hair. But I gotta be very careful how much I put in here because my fringe will pick up oils from my forehead anyway. But, you know, I still want to have a little bit of this in. But yeah, it works fantastic. Love this stuff. Another hair item is the Macadamia Natural Oil Deep Repair Mask. This stuff smells so, so nice. It smells just like a hair salon. I love putting a hair mask in my hair. Absolutely love it. And this is my favorite one. Again, I put it in my hair from about my ears down after I've shampooed my hair and sometimes condition it as well. I'll pretty much always still use a conditioner, even if I do intend on using a deep repair mask, just because my hair is that dry from here down. A little goes a long way. Like, you know those little sachets you can get of this? I get about 3 uses from that, and that's pretty good. So I put it from here down, and then I twirl my hair up, and then I stick it up on my head with this clip. Love this clip. This is like an old, like seriously, not even kidding you. I've had this for like probably 10 to 15 years. It's an old clip. But it does the job and hasn't broken, so yay. And then I just clip that up in my hair, and then I'll make dinner or I'll watch a movie, and, you know, I'll leave it for a couple hours, and then I'll wash it out, and my hair will, first of all, it'll smell great. Second, it'll be nice and smooth and beautiful. This pot here, I think in Australia, it costs probably around $35. I'm not quite sure, but it's sold at Woolies. And which is fantastic because I have a Woolies, and because it used to be only like sold in like hair shops. Next, I have back to the makeup stuff. I have a mascara. Now this is my ultimate favorite mascara. It's what I'm wearing today, and that is my MAC Blush Lash. I don't hear a lot about this mascara. Pretty much the only other person I've heard talk about is Makeup by Tiffany D, who is she was my first beauty YouTuber that I really got into, that I loved watching her videos, and I've been watching her for a good number of years now, and she said how much she loved it, so I thought, yep, gotta try it. It's just a typical brush wand where it's a bit flat on, well not a bit flat, it's very flat on 2 sides and then rounded on the other. It's just a great consistency. It doesn't dry out, and yet it's not really watery. It lasts forever. So the Blush Lash here in Australia is $33, whereas in the States I think it's around $15. It's probably gone up since I've bought it, because I bought a couple of tubes in the States for $15, but it's probably gone up since then. The last product that I have for you is kind of 3, so I'm kind of bending the rules. but it's by a certain brand. So it's the Benefit Face Primers. I think that they do the best face primers that I've ever seen, and I have 3 here to share with you guys. The first, of course, is their Porefessional, which is just, it's a great, really great primer. Love this one. I also have Stay Flawless 15-hour primer, which is like a stick. You roll up like that, and then you just put it on your face wherever you need primer. I think this one is fantastic. I probably love it the most because it's just so quick and easy. Like, just takes like less than 10 seconds to put on your face, whereas with the Porefessional you have to sort of rub it and pat it in. And the other one that I have is the That Gal Brightening Face Primer. Oh my gosh, my foot is going dead again. I hate that feeling, don't you? Okay, I'm gonna have to move. Alright, what was I talking about? Yeah, That Gal Brightening Face Primer. So when it comes out, it's actually pink, but it doesn't make your face look pink, so it's okay, and smells very nice and sweet, but that scent does go away after you put your foundation on, so it's okay, it won't bother you, trust me. So you just twist the little knob down the end, and then it comes up through a little sieve sort of thing, and then you just apply it wherever you want it. And yeah, I think it's a great brightening primer. It won't take away, I feel like it won't take away your pores like the Stay Flawless and the Porefessional do. It's got a different consistency. Like, these two feel very silicone. Is that a word? I don't know. Whereas this one feels more watery. If I'm having an epic moon face pores day, then I will probably use my Porefessional. If it's, you know, bad but not too bad, then I'll use my Stay Flawless, and if it's an okay day, then I'll use my brightening primer. But, you know, if I do want that subtle sheen and brightening effect, I will use this. Like, I use this today just to give my face a bit of life and sheen, and yeah, I really like it. So that is it, guys. My 10 products that are high-end that I think are worth the money that you have to pay. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video, and I'll be talking to you all very, very soon. Bye!